Something is happening to the middle class in America, and most people are too busy surviving it to even see it clearly. Groceries are up, rent is up, insurance is up, interest rates are up, but your paycheck barely moved. And here's what nobody wants to say out loud: the middle class as we knew it is disappearing, not slowly, fast. And the people who don't adapt are going to get left behind. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to give you the playbook, the actual steps, to not just survive what's happening, but to come out the other side in a stronger position than you started. Because here's what I know: the people who understand what's going on and take action right now are the ones who will build real wealth over the next decade. The ones who ignore it will keep falling further behind. So let's get into it. First, let's call this what it is. The middle class is being squeezed from every direction at once. And it's not an accident, it's a math problem. Problem #1, inflation. Even though headline inflation has cooled from its peak, the cumulative damage is brutal. Since 2020, the average American household is spending roughly $700 more per month on the same goods and services they were buying 4 years ago. That's $8,400 a year, gone, before you make a single financial decision. Problem #2, debt. Total U.S. credit card debt has blown past $1.1 trillion. The average household carrying a balance is paying 24% interest. That's not a debt problem, that's a wealth destruction machine running 24 hours a day. Problem #3, housing. Home prices are still near all-time highs in most markets. Monthly mortgage payments on a median-priced home are now more than double what they were in 2020. An entire generation is being priced out of the single biggest wealth-building tool in American history. Problem #4, wage stagnation. Wages have gone up, but not enough. When you adjust for real inflation, most middle-class workers have lost purchasing power over the last 4 years. So yes, the squeeze is real. The system feels rigged because, in a lot of ways, it is tilted against you. But here's the shift I need you to make right now. Complaining about the system won't change your outcome. Changing your strategy will. The first step to surviving this environment is simple: plug the leaks. Most middle-class households have 3 to 5 invisible expenses draining hundreds of dollars every month. Subscriptions they forgot about, insurance they never shopped, memberships they don't use. I want you to do one thing this week. Go through your last 2 bank and credit card statements line by line, every single charge. Ask yourself, did I consciously choose this expense this month? If the answer is no, cancel it. The average person finds $150 to $300 a month doing this. That's $1,800 to $3,600 a year. Found money, real money. Next, your biggest bills. Most people never renegotiate. Your car insurance, your phone plan, your internet. These companies are counting on your inertia. One phone call or 20 minutes on a comparison site can save you $100 a month on insurance alone. This isn't about being cheap. This is about redirecting money from things that don't build wealth to things that do. If you are carrying high-interest debt, credit cards, personal loans above 10%, this is your #1 financial emergency. Nothing else matters more right now. Here's why. If you have $8,000 in credit card debt at 22% interest and you're only making minimum payments, you will pay back over $20,000 by the time it's cleared. That extra $12,000 is your retirement. That's a down payment. That's your kid's education. The strategy I recommend is the avalanche method. List all your debts from highest interest rate to lowest. Put every extra dollar toward the highest rate debt first while paying minimums on everything else. It's mathematically the fastest way out. If your credit score is decent, also look at a balance transfer card with a 0% introductory period. Moving $5,000, $8,000 soft credit card debt to 0% for 18 months and aggressively paying it down is one of the best moves you can make in this environment. Get out of high-interest debt like your financial life depends on it, because it does. Step 3 is your emergency fund, and I want to reframe how you think about this. Boring. In this economy isn't boring. In this economy, cash is armor. It's the difference between a rough month and a financial catastrophe. It's what keeps you from putting a car repair on a credit card at 24% interest. The target is 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. If that feels overwhelming, start with 1 month, then build from there. And right now, there is zero excuse for keeping your emergency fund in a big bank savings account earning 0.01%. High-yield savings accounts are paying 4.5% to 5% annually. That's free money just for moving your savings. A $10,000 emergency fund earns you $450 a year in interest, automatically, just sitting there. Go set that up today. Here's the move that separates people who just survive this economy from the ones who actually get ahead: a second income stream. I'm not talking about grinding yourself into the ground. I'm talking about identifying one skill you already have and finding one additional way to monetize it. Are you good at writing, bookkeeping, graphic design, video editing, teaching, fixing things, speaking a second language? There is someone willing to pay for what you already know how to do. Freelancing platforms, local marketing, tutoring, consulting. A single client paying you $500 a month extra changes your entire financial equation. That's $6,000 a year that can go directly toward debt payoff, investing, or building savings. In an era of wage stagnation, waiting for your employer to give you a raise is not a strategy. Creating income you control is. Even $200, $300 a month from a side hustle invested consistently over 10 years can grow to over $50. Small numbers become big numbers with time. Finally, and I know this feels impossible when you're stretched thin, you have to start investing, even a small amount. The wealth gap in America isn't just about income, it's about who owns assets and who doesn't. The wealthy get richer in inflation because they own real estate, stocks, and businesses, things that go up in value when the dollar loses purchasing power. If you own nothing, inflation eats you alive. If you own assets, inflation can actually work for you. Start with your 401k if your employer offers a match. That's an instant 5,100% return on that money. Free. Do not leave it on the table. Then open a Roth IRA. Contribute whatever you can, even $50 a month. Put it in a simple S&P 500 index fund and forget it. Let it compound for 20-30 years. You don't need to be rich to start investing. You need to start investing to get rich. Look, the middle class is under real pressure right now. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. But pressure creates two kinds of people, those who get crushed and those who adapt and come out stronger. The 5 steps are simple. Plug the money leaks, destroy high-interest debt, build your cash cushion, create a second income stream, and start investing, even small. None of this requires a windfall. None of it requires luck. It just requires a decision to play offense instead of defense. If this video helped you, drop a comment below and tell me which step you're starting with. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, send it to them. I'll see you in the next one.